Hi guys, it's Adam and I'm coming up with you with yet another hat. I think we are pretty much down all of them now. I think there's another maybe 5 or 6 I've not shown you. Well, there's actually quite a few I've not shown you, but a lot of them are similar, so there's not really much point me wearing the similar ones anyway. So I'm trying to pick out the really statement pieces, if you like. So yeah, this is it. I don't know where I got this from now. Oh, I know. Yeah, I was in the Lake District on a family holiday, and I saw basically a hat shop, which I've never seen a hat shop before. Or well, I have now, obviously, because I saw that one. But yeah, I've never seen a hat shop before, so I looked at it and I instantly thought I've got to go in there. So there was about 5 or 6 different hats I wanted, and I think they were quite expensive. I mean, I have battered this one. I really haven't taken very good care of this. The feathers are not in position anymore. I mean, it's not a really well made hat anyway, but it's not terribly made. But yeah, so I have battered this one a lot, but yeah, I think it was about £5-10. I think it's probably £10. Yeah, I can't remember, it was years ago, but yeah, so I got this. I didn't get any of the other hats because at the time I was about 15 and I only had a certain amount of money that I wanted to spend on hats because I wanted to spend money on other things as well. So yeah, got this. So yeah, this is probably one of the last ones that is really unique or different. I think I've got a snapback and a beanie somewhere, so if I find them, I don't know whether I will, but if I find them, I will wear them in the video. And I've also got one of those, those Russian, or like Polish hats, like winter hats with the ears going down, and then you tie them up, and it looks pretty cool. I've got one of them as well. I suppose if it's winter now, I should wear that because I won't be wearing that in summer anyway. But yeah, so probably one of the last hats or last different hats you're gonna see. I've just talked for 3 minutes on hats. Oh God, it's not a good. I don't know why I'm taking it off. It's not a good start. It's not a good start. But right, I will put my chair down. So there we go. I am actually organised today, or I was before I started rambling about hats. Right. Well, I'm sort of organised. What I've got is a massive list of comments in front of me. It's crazy how many comments I get now. I mean, thanks to everyone who comments, but it takes me forever to get through them all. Right, so there's a couple that aren't really to do with Thursday Talks, but I'll answer them on this video anyway. I think some of these are new subscribers, so WWE for James asks, "Hi Adam, was just wondering how you know if a Harry Potter is a first edition or not. Obviously the larger ones say first edition, but I have no clue on how to find out if the early ones are or not first editions." Yeah, about 3 weeks ago I was the same as you. I thought, well, basically, the later ones, they printed so many first editions that they're worthless. Now, I have sold these ones on their own to test out the market, and I've got about, I think the most I got for one was £6.99 on a first edition Harry Potter, just like this one, except in better condition because this one's faded. And that is the later books. Now, you can get first editions in the earlier books that are worth something. And I've got an example here. This one is a Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in fairly good condition. There's a little bit wet. I've got this listed on eBay, and this is a first edition 7th printing. Now I'll show you what I mean by that. So, I can't see very well, but if you can see that 10987 there, that basically means that it was a first edition 7th printing. Now, if it was a complete first edition first printing, that would have a run simply of 1098765431, and that is literally, you just look in I think it's the third page where I showed you that number there. Yeah, third page, and well, the first page with proper writing on, but yeah, so you look at that, if it says that 1098765431, you know it's a first edition. As easy as that. Now, you can get number runs that are something like 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Now, all that means is it is a first edition, but it's later down the line. It's a later print run. It's actually the 25th print run. Now, that they are worth something if you get them in Chamber of Secrets or Philosopher's Stone. The Prisoner of Azkaban ones, if it's a 25th printing, it's still worth something, but not as much. A first edition like this, which would be first printing, would be a lot more than I've got mine listed. And again, it obviously condition matters, and whether it is a hardback or a paperback matters in terms of value. So this one I've got listed at £25, even though it is a 7th printing first edition. Now, I've got 2 watches on that. I've had it on for about 2 weeks-ish. And I think I could probably get a little bit more than that. I mean, 30 might be pushing it a little bit, but I don't know, maybe I could. Now, I don't know on specific values of if this was a first edition, first print. But I would, now don't quote me on this, but I would imagine 50 quid or over. Again, I don't know, but based off this being a 7th print run, first edition, and I'm pitching it at 25, I'd say at least double, but again, it depends on condition, whether it's a hardback or paperback, which title it is, and I believe this little picture here, if that's different, especially on the Philosopher's Stone. On the Philosopher's Stone, you have a young wizard picture here and an old wizard picture, and I believe that you can tell whether it's a slightly older book if it's. Now, I don't know whether it's a young wizard or the old wizard, which tells you if it's slightly older or whatever, but it's something like that. Now, there's a great page, and if I remember, I'll link it in the description. Great page, tells you all this information, and it's really, really good. But yeah, so The Goblet of Fire was the book where he started to print loads and loads and loads of them. So really, you want Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. If you can get them in your hardbacks, and it says something like 10987, even if it just says 10, you know it's at least a 10th print run, and it would be worth selling individually. I actually have listed a Prisoner of Azkaban, which is, I think it's something like a 7th, I think, 7th print run, and I've got that listed for around the £10 to £15 mark, I think. So, and that's got interest. So it's even worth, if you've got a 7th print run Prisoner of Azkaban, which really is the last sort of book where they didn't mass produce them as much, that would be worth listing on its own. So these ones, what you want to do is you want to bundle these ones. Now you can, all the non-first editions, you can do a big bundle of hardbacks, and you can get something like, I think it's about £35. I've never done a big bundle, you see. I've always sold Harry Potters either individually or in smaller bundles, because I only use Royal Mail at the moment. I am looking into using Hermes very, very soon, so that then I can do these big bundles and make more profit, because that makes more business sense. But yeah, so you want to do a big bundle of hardbacks. Now what you can do is you can do a big bundle of hardback first editions if you are lucky enough to get all first editions, both the later first editions and the early ones, and then you could charge real money. And obviously it depends on the print run of the earlier books and you know, all this other stuff, and condition and stuff. But like with anything, the main factors really for selling pretty much anything is condition. Sometimes age can come into it, but you know, not all the time. Mainly condition, desirability, how many, you know, supply and demand, how many people desire it, and obviously how many people can actually supply that demand. And so, you know, desirability would be a big factor, because if a lot of people desire it and there's not, you know, it's quite a rare item, it's going to be more valuable. So there's a few things that come into, you know, valuing any item really. But yeah, I will leave a link below for that page. It's really, really good. I think it's an eBay page actually. And it'll teach you a lot more than I can do. I just basically know the basics. I know what to look for in terms of the number one. That's literally it. And then obviously condition. But yeah, I'll link that page, and then you can get a better idea for yourself. I'm no expert in it. And now, so that I think that definitively answers that question anyway. So, oh yeah, and if I haven't left that link below, please contact me on my Facebook page or on YouTube, and I will give you that link. It's just sometimes I do forget. Right, next one. Thomas Jones asks, can you do a video of you buying from charity shops so you can see what to look for when charity shopping? By the way, you're great. I like that last bit. So, yeah, I've done a couple of videos a while back, and they're entitled Adam's Antics. So if you want to go back and watch those videos, I do actually film in charity shops, but I don't film me buying things, because generally I go out and I'll film in one charity shop if I'm doing filming in charity shops, because it's sort of it can be a bit dodgy, and the manager can look at you a bit funny. Like the way I hold my phone, I make it blatantly obvious that I'm filming. And I don't really mind if people know I'm filming or not, but I don't want the manager turning around saying, can you not film in here? Because then I've just, you know, I can't film. So I try and do it quickly, concisely, and, you know, get as much in the shot as possible. But obviously with charity shops, it's hit or miss. And if I'm filming in one and I don't find anything in there, I can't really go up to the counter, and I can't really film me buying it, or film of what I'm buying, the item I'm buying. And again, without me having like some like spyglass camera glasses, which I need to get as well. Yeah, without me having them, it's going to be hard to actually film right at the counter facing the woman with my phone doing this. So yeah, but go back and watch those videos if you are a new subscriber and you haven't already. I do film in charity shops. It's not very good. I didn't actually get anything, but you know, I film me when I'm going through the video games and going through the board games and stuff, and it may just give you a bit of an idea on certain things that are obviously in charity shops and that are readily available. But yeah, I do intend to do more filming in the car boot season at car boots, and that's why I'll need those spy glasses. And then what I'll obviously do is edit the footage down, and maybe even be able to show you some of the stuff I buy. But of course on the haul videos you see a lot of the things I buy anyway, so and that isn't everything I buy on the hauls. There's a few haul videos I've just deleted and didn't upload because what was the reason now? I think it was just because I literally couldn't do the video because I had moved on to my next video, and then my other video, I had said things in it that were sort of time sensitive, and I was saying it's Wednesday the 23rd or whatever today, and then it was like 2 weeks later and I'd realised I'd not even uploaded that video, so I just decided to delete it. So obviously with things you won't see in my hauls because I've not uploaded a video for them. But yeah, I will definitely do some filming very, very soon. And last question, if I can find it. The Scottish reseller asks, another question for next week. What first gave you the idea to make money on eBay when you were younger? I think I've talked about this. I am basically I don't know, the doctor doesn't really tell me I'm partially disabled, but I sort of say I am, if you understand. But I have cerebral palsy in my left hand and my left foot, even though it looks normal and it looks fine. But yeah, you can definitely see I have cerebral palsy in my left hand. I mean, it's crazy. Look at it. Ooh. Yeah, and when I was younger, I used to tell when I was in year 6, I used to tell all like the little year 1s and year 2s that I had something called spasticated chicken disease, and then if I touched them, they get it. Oh, that was so funny. But anyway, that's another story. That's the story of my childhood. But yeah, I have cerebral palsy in my left side. It's called hemiplegic spastic cerebral palsy, and that I don't even know how I was just thinking, how the hell does this relate? But I know how it relates. I went to a sports day, and it was a disability sports day, and they gave us a welcome pack with a rain poncho in because it might have rained. Might have rained. Is that the right word? Rained? Could have rained. Oh, I don't know. I think rained is what. I don't know. But basically, if it were to rain. That sounds better. If it were to rain, they gave us a poncho. I got home and I had been selling a bit on eBay, like, bits and bobs around my house. This was when I was 13-ish. Don't know. I mean, I've been selling previous to that, little bits and bobs. I've always been into business. I used to have a stand outside my house with selling crisps and stuff. That's how big into business I've been since I was very little. I mean, talking about 6 or 7. But yeah, did this disability sports day, came home, got this pack. I kept looking at this poncho, thinking, I bet these go on eBay. I bet these go. And just looking at it, like, just flipping it round, turning it round, seeing the brand name, seeing whether I could get these from anywhere, wholesale or something like that. And my mum stepped in and she said, well, why don't you look online? And I think that was just around the time I had my first own computer when I was about 13, 14. Not computer, laptop. I've got a computer now, a PC now. But yeah, so that was around the time I had my first laptop. So I was researching it and found out I could get them online from this site called Promo Poncho. So I ordered my first 25 that came to like 14 quid. It was quite expensive, and I managed to sell them on. I think it was about £2 each. So I bought them for 50p, sold them for £2. I think I worked out I was making about 40 pence per poncho. It just was not viable. But then I continued doing it because I was blindsided by the poor profit margin. Although I suppose it wasn't that bad because of dealing with low amounts anyway. It's not too bad net profit percentage, but I wasn't selling the volumes that I needed to. But yeah, but I was 13 anyway. So I went into that, and then I bought 25, and then my next order was 50, and then I bought another 50, and I think I sold in the end 500, must have been, over the course of 6 months to a year. And I became very, very, it was about 2010, 2011, and there wasn't really that many business sellers for ponchos. There was quite a few, but it wasn't like how many there are now. It's really, really saturated, that market on eBay. And I just ended up I couldn't compete. That's why I stopped it. But there was a time where there was me and this other guy, and this other guy was a real business seller, proper professional guy, had thousands of feedback. I had about 2, 3, maybe 400, and I had done okay photos, but nothing professional. An okay description, and we were competing, and there was one time I was getting about 6 sales a day for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then it dropped off, and then it would come back again, and I thought it was great. I loved that buzz, and they were so easy to package up, nice out the door, go to the post office. It was just such a nice process for me. And yes, I was making literally, if I had sold 6 in a day, I was making literally £3 or £4. But, I mean, to a 13-year-old, that's, what, 20, 30 quid a week? Was not bad, really, for in my eyes as that young. Because I didn't really have anything to spend it on anyway. So, it was just going on sweets or something of that effect. So, it was quite nice to have that little bit of extra income there. So yeah, that's how I got into eBay, ponchos. Then I did something called stretchy smiley men, which are those yellow mini smiley men. And then I went on to playing cards, then I went on to mini playing cards. This is all wholesale. I did all wholesale for 2 years-ish. Then I stopped eBay, then I did social media marketing on Twitter. I got over 55,000 followers, which took me 2 years. And I still have those followers. I just don't post on Twitter, but they seem to never unfollow me for some reason. But that shows that are obviously not fake followers. And then I did social media marketing monetized, which is making money from it, on a site called Sponsored Tweets. Then I did a little bit of video marketing. I did a tiny little bit of affiliate marketing, which was proved not successful for myself. But I was, again, inexperienced. I didn't know anything about it, really. I set up my own website, got a few views on that. I did article writing on a site called Tekla, which is gone now, on Bubbles, and made about close to 100 quid on that, but it was over about a month or two, so it wasn't great. I did video marketing on a site called Skillfeed, which is now closed down, which I'm really annoyed about because I made so much money on that. I made like 200 quid because they give you way more than Google AdSense do. I don't even know why, but I think that's why they shut down, because they were giving too much money away to their content producers. I did that, and then just before Skillfeed shut down, I went back onto eBay, and that's when I became a reseller, as we all know now, reselling used and new goods on eBay and now Amazon FBA. So that is pretty much a roundup of my life, my corporate life. So I mean, I was doing all the social media marketing and stuff while I was working at the auction house as well, which is called Marshall's. I did all that while I was working at Marshall, so I had that income, and then I had the social media income, and as I say, it was pennies. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't great. The skill feed and the article writing, I made a bit off. Oh, and reviewing music. I used to review music for, again, pennies. It wasn't much money. And there's tons and tons. I've made money by searching, Google AdSense on blogs, blog writing, just everything, just anything online. I wanted to make money on it. I wanted to do it. Everything. I used to search every day, make money online, do this, do that. And I wasn't getting into those scammy, like, buy our product, you'll make 500,000 in the first month. I wasn't doing that. But yeah, I was making money any way I could. Test products for free. I've got a video like ages back on this channel where it's a site called Buzz Agent, and they send you products for free and you test them, and all you have to do is write a little review and you get to keep the products, and that was quite cool. I got some Jacob's Cracker Crisps when we were doing them before they were even out. I got some Shockwaves and VO5 hair gels. I got loads of different things, really, really good. But yeah, that is how I got into eBay. The Disability Sports Day finding a poncho and just having a bit of ingenuity, a bit of proactiveness, just thinking, hang on a minute, I could make money with this. And that's all you need to do with eBay. Have that, drive. Just think, if you look at that cup, just think, hang on a minute, that cup could make money. Research it. I know this cup probably wouldn't make money, but, at least research it. Go ahead and research it. That's how people got into Harry Potter. Someone said, God knows who it was, someone said, hang on a minute, I wonder if these sell on eBay. And then the first person to ever sell them was born. It's just how it works. And you could have a product like that. You could find a new, different product that not many people have really decided to sell. It's probably a rarity now because pretty much everything's on eBay. But you could find a product that has a very, very small selling market, but has a good buyer's market. So yeah, I will leave it there because it's 26 minutes and I will upload this very quick. Don't forget to check out the links below to my Facebook page and my website, where you can, on my website, it's great for new resellers. Got a big guide, I've got packaging supplies, I've got bolos, things to look out for. And also I'll put that link to the Harry Potter first edition, that's it. Harry Potter first edition guide, basically. I'll put that link below and I will see you in my next video. And again, I apologise, I'm very, very sorry this is a long video. I wanted to keep this one short, but I ramble. That's my problem. I won't split this one into two, I'll just get it on. So I'll see you very soon, guys.